Mike's on.
Microphones. I'll call to order the town board meeting of the Lisbon Town on Monday, September 26th, 2022. Current time is 6:33 PM. Roll call, please.
Supervisor Moonen,
Present chair.
Supervisor Plochecker,
Here.
Supervisor Beal. Here. Supervisor Quinn,
Here.
Administrator Nicholas.
Here.
We've got DPW Director Joe DiStefano and Interim Fire Chief Michelle Drager, as well as Clerk Deposit Ketch to record the minutes.
Thank you. We'll stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. A moment of silence. Thank you. Citizens' comments. Anyone present in town hall to make a comment? No one in town hall and no one on Zoom. Moving on to the consent agenda, items listed under the consent agenda are considered in one motion unless a town board member requests that an item be removed for separate consideration. We have the September 12th town board minutes. Adopting Waukesha County All Hazard Mitigation Plan for 2021. The appointment of Terry Van Alstine to the Parks Committee for the remainder of the term ending in 7/1/24. Fender Benner Entertainment Contract for 2023 Lisbon Community Festival. 2023 Waukesha County Sheriff's Department Contract for Police Services. Pay request number 1 by Thunder Road for 2022 crack sealing contract in the amount of $77,800 even. And a final pay request by Super Excavators for HHS Water Main Loop in the amount of $96,818.55. Anyone like to make a motion?
I make a motion we accept A through G as is.
Consent agenda motion by Supervisor Beal in whole,
I'll second.
second by Supervisor Plotecker. Any discussion on the matter?
Yes, you had said C, you had said Tracy, you had said Terry, or it's Tracy.
Tracy,
Mhm.
apologize if I did. Tracy Van Alstine. Hearing no discussion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion 4-0. 5, accounts payable, authorize the payment to Falls Auto Parts in the amount of $208.99.
I'll make a motion for approval.
Supervisor Plotecker, seconded by Supervisor Beal. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Authorize payment of the remaining bills in the amount of $325,500.07. Administrator?
We have Super Excavators for $196,818.55. That's for the water loop at Hamilton High School. US Bank Corp Payment Systems, $79,677.74. Waukesha County Treasurer for $63,833.95. Enercon is grinding for $15,475. And then Anthem Blue Cross, $11,309.01. I ask for approval.
That was the complete grinding bill, Supervisor Stefano? I mean, we're what, 3,000 under? Roughly?
Yeah.
Anyone want to put a motion out? I'll make a motion to authorize the payments in the amount of $325,500 $1,000.07.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Supervisor Moonen, seconded by Supervisor Potecker. Any discussion?
Yes. Super excavator says $196,818.55. When I look at the bill, it says $96,818.55. Why is that off, please? What am I missing about $100,000? The check, I believe it's the whole. It's the whole what?
The approval was for $96,818.55 approved by our. Yeah, and one was a typo on the top page expenses.
So it's not 196, it's 96.
It's 96.
Okay, then I can look at it. Okay. Thank you.
Well, while we're on that, does that change the total then?
It does not. Take one on the top page.
All right. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried 4-0. Announcements and correspondence. There's a joint public hearing and planning commission. Thursday, October 6th, 6:30 PM, Richard Young Fire Station. Next town board will be convening on October 10th, 6:30 PM here at the town hall. And Stone Family Park celebration and ribbon cutting. Thursday, 10/13, 5 to 7 PM. DPW, is there anything particular on that people need to know? For the ribbon cutting?
Check it out. Continue to work today, so I don't know what's really nice to be up to ground, but I think maybe when we're talking about here, I think, so this would be it'll be a fun event for all.
All right. We'll talk about that later on 12A, when we talk about the location. Parks Committee, Monday, 10/17, 6:30 PM. Does anyone else have any other announcements or correspondence?
Just that the public hearing prior to the plan commission meeting on the 6th is a joint public hearing, so we will need at least one additional town board member to attend.
Thank you.
Do we have someone that can make that so we can?
Looking. That is the only day I have free that week, so yes.
Thanks.
The sanitary district also has their meeting on October 19th.
All right, administrative report,
I have no report.
incorporation update.
Today we had our incorporation review board meeting with the state and it went very well. The staff report from the state sounded like they were recommending approval. Our next meeting will be in October, not sure exactly when. The board will at that point make their recommendation to the chair of the committee, and then the chair makes her final decision by November 11th. But it went really well.
And the voting is going to be when?
October, it would be January 10th would be the referendum. Is that what you're speaking about?
And that's for everybody townwide, correct?
Time, yes. All registered voters and all eligible registered voters in Lisbon.
Anyone else have anything else on incorporation? Lisbon economic conditions update.
I don't have anything.
Supervisor reports. Anyone have anything from respective committees?
For the sewer meeting we had, Richmond School has some issues with their force main. And so poor Don has been working hard trying to get somebody out there to kind of clean it out. What has helped is that new subdivision that's going on the east end of Richmond Road before 164. There's a new subdivision going in there and they're gonna hook into our sewer line. So it saves us 2,400 feet, which is very helpful. But there's a clog in there someplace. We seem to have issues with that over there. And that depends on what it is. It might be a 60-40 split. We don't know yet. So that's gonna go on. We also did our budget and we're keeping our budget the same. Everybody pays the same $150 every 3 months. So we're doing pretty good considering everything else that we have. We have some issues that we sent letters out to, and this next month meeting is going to be probably very interesting. Mhm. That's it.
Anyone else?
I don't have any. Nope, I'm good.
Planning Commission referral. Discussion necessary action regarding a 2-lot certified survey map for the northeastern portion of Lisbon Business Park East. LSBT 0241.999.007.
So this is our last part of the Business Park East to be split. It's the corner of Town Line and Main Street. It's for the 2 parcels for Quick Trip and Forester that we're working on. It has gone through Plan Commission and it is also on the agenda for Menominee Falls for extraterritorial review next month. So we ask for your approval. moving forward.
I make the motion. We accept the 2-lot certified survey map for the northeastern portion of the town of the Lisbon Business Park East, LSBT 0241.999.007.
Motion by Supervisor Beal, second.
I'll second.
Second by Supervisor Quinn. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion 4-0. New business, discussion and necessary action regarding a temporary 1-day secondary brewery location for Brewfinity Company for Stone Family Park ribbon cutting on 10/13/22 from 5 to 7 PM.
So there is a clause in the state alcohol law that allows a state licensed brewery to have a secondary location. And Brewfinity is located in Oconomowoc, and they have offered to place their secondary 1-day location at Stone Family Park so that they can take care of all of the service and sales. We don't have to license anyone to do so. What I have included in your packet, the email that I wrote to Chad, who's the owner of Brewfinity. And it does also include the email that I got from Erin Dorn at Department of Revenue. She is the Waukesha County Enforcement Agent for alcohol. And it does detail in there were 2 ways that we could go about doing any beer sales. And either way is fine. And having the 1-day temporary secondary location just makes things easier on town staff. So we ask for your approval, and then I would send an email to Erin at Department of Revenue, and they would actually issue the 1-day permit. They
So
just need town
it's
approval.
staff's recommendation to choose option 1 over 2.
Correct.
What would be the reason for not going with 2?
Because anyone who would be serving or selling would have to be a town employee, so you'd have to recruit all the people to do so. There would also have to be what's called a picnic license. And just with the timing, it has to be in 10 days before it can be considered, and there just wasn't enough time to do so.
Yep.
And again, it's simpler if we're not handling the money and then giving it back to them. If just one entity is handling the funds.
How large a crowd are we expecting? Do we have any idea?
So, you know,
We compare it to substitutes, we I think we can, get that kind of crowd, over what, 300 people.
Hmm.
I mean, hard thing, right, it's October, it could be cool. It'd be beautiful, it could be, I mean, you're right, we don't know, but, yeah, Celtics had one this earlier this year and they brought in a good amount.
We also had one last week that tied in with their fireworks. So that one was quite large, probably because of the fireworks.
That was part of our fireworks. too.
Or,
I was
yeah.
gonna Say our
It was-
fireworks.
Our- Us fireworks.
Yeah,
So they don't have to pay for a permit or something to do this.
correct, because it's issued by the state and not by us.
So the town of Lisbon doesn't get anything, it's just a nice thing to do for the citizens.
I don't know what type of funding deal that they've worked with, like, Joe, do you have details on that? I think they're providing their services.
All right, any other discussion on item A? I'll make a motion that we approve Roofinity for a temporary offsite retail location with our town. And I would ask for approval for 10/13/22 from 5 to 7 P.M.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Supervisor Moon, seconded by Clotecker. Discussion. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 4-0. Discussion necessary action regarding to award a contract for salt storage shed.
So we have in front of you a letter from Kunkel Engineering, from Mitch, and we went through the bid process. He's got the tabulation sheet on, only the one vendor actually put in a cost, Wheeler, and the cost came out to $234,100. This is just the materials only. It'll be delivered in April. We'll go out for bid in late 22 for a spring start.
How does that compare to what we thought the wood would cost?
What was it, like $400
Yeah,
more or
I
something?
just. March, he estimated it in March at 233,600 and it came in at 234,100. So considering the times we're in, that's pretty
Yeah.
impressive.
Okay,
So,
okay, yep.
We asked for your approval.
Any other questions? I make a motion to approve the bid tabulation and award Wheeler Lumber LLC of Eden Prairie, Minnesota, who submitted the low bid in the amount of $234,100.00, not to exceed.
I'm second.
Motion made by Supervisor Moonen, seconded by Beal. Any other discussion?
I'm sorry, could you go back? Is that for the materials only people saying?
That's correct. Then we'll go out to bid in winter for
Right.
spring.
Okay.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried 4-0.
Oh,
Discussion and necessary action regarding the 2022 Waukesha County Tax Collection Agreement.
All right, so in front of you, you have the 2022 tax collection agreement. We did talk about this a little bit in the budget workshop last week. And just a reminder that the bank is no longer collecting, so the county will be collecting the full amount at the $2.30 parcel.
How much was this last year? Kathy?
It came to about 6,000, and this year it'll come to about 97,
Because the bank isn't doing it
6,000,
anymore?
9,700.
Because the
Correct.
bank isn't doing it anymore?
Right, right. We
And what-
paid the bank we paid the bank as well, but just not as much as paying the county.
The 230, how much was that last year? Was that?
Well, it was 230 still.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I would just like to say that I am opposed to this as I was last year. I think it's a waste of almost $10,000. Plus we lose interest on all our tax money. But I've talked to Natasha and she does not feel like this is something she can handle this year since the bank is not doing it. So I told her I would support it for this year, but I will not support it again.
Do we have any other options?
Well, yeah, we can collect it here.
So
I mean, we've done that for
Years.
100 years, well, 100 years. And we're 186 years old. We've done it for 175 years.
So we're hoping that the new Civic is also looking at putting together another module that does tax collection. Right now, there's only one vendor that does the software for tax collection, Banyan. And there's only one person in Banyan that does support for everyone that uses Banyan. So it's that was another thing we would have to purchase the software as well. So at this time, Natasha, with doing her first audit, doing she still has to reconcile what the county does for taxes, and getting year end done with a new employee for the first time is going to take her plenty of time to get through that. She did not feel comfortable at this time doing the tax collection. We did not do tax collection last year rather.
Is there anybody else in the office that could do that and assist?
No, not at
To
this.
do it when?
To do help with it, you know, if we put it back here
time.
in the office that could help collect taxes.
That's, just taking the money in is not as much, and, that's not the majority of the work. It's all the balancing and making sure it gets uploaded to the county site. It's a much bigger process, and it would all land on Natasha.
What was the reason we outsourced it to begin with? Like, why was it
Same
outsourced?
reason we wanted to try having the county last year, the county did it for us. We did, and then also the bank did it. This is the first year the banks have decided that they were not going to do it anymore. The bank was nice because they would take over any overpayments that were not more than $500, so you get cash right away. When we collect or the county collects, the overpayments are done like within the month after you pay them. So we get the overpayments out as we say about 30 days from the time that you pay them. So in December, you pay in December, we'll get it to you in January and February. It's not uncommon for the county to be doing taxes. They do a lot of the taxes. They even do Menominee Falls collection, so which is much larger. So we ask for your approval of the contract with for tax collection with the county.
Did you do that in Waukesha as well?
Yes, we did.
But everyone does not have the county collect their taxes.
No,
Just so
they
you
don't.
know that.
Yeah, the city of Waukesha does
There are
their
a lot
own.
of people who collect their own.
Yeah, I would prefer it in-house. Could say that, but I understand. it. Absolutely.
Be looking, yeah, we'd have to bring somebody in to help with the collection.
You shouldn't have to. People in the office can be trained to collect taxes. It's not that difficult.
I don't know about this. I don't know the software.
I mean, I did it. Kelly knew how to collect them. Who was what Lisa's counterpart is, but I understand right now Natasha is still kind of buried. And especially if they're going to start bringing the sanitary district in, she has to handle that too. So I told her I would support it for the county to do it this year, but I would not support it the following year.
I think Mike is gonna still be handling our money for the year.
Not for the whole.
I thought it was when I talked to Joe.
Yeah, he was going to be the administrator.
Right,
So I wouldn't have to be the administrator of that, but the probably mid-year, we'll change over to the new software and start working with that.
Yeah, I heard
in-house.
that they will do the first billing,
First
the
quarter.
sanitary
Yeah.
district do the first quarter, and then it's us, right? I
Right,
mean, that's
Right, I
what
think we were
thought.
gonna, the idea was the first quarter, he would just continue doing it because we're gonna be going through audits and such. The second quarter, we would both run the system to make sure that the bills come out right with the new system and the, just to do a double check. Have them both simultaneously, only one bill goes out, but simultaneously, so we have checks and balances on our first round here, and then third and fourth would be just us.
So we wouldn't keep Mike on at all?
We would keep Mike on as the administrator, so he would still be doing your agendas, your minutes, that type of stuff. He has so much historical knowledge. It's just,
Exactly. That's why.
it's
I think we
important
should-
that the board keep him.
Yes.
That'd be my
So go with
recommendation.
that.
All right, so do we have a motion for the 2022 tax collection?
I guess I make a motion to have the 2022 Waukesha County do the tax collection for us for this year.
Motion made by Supervisor Beal,
I'll second.
seconded by Supervisor Quinn. Discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
I,
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item D dropped. 12E, discussion and necessary action regarding purchase of roadside mower.
Joe?
Yep, all right. So I've been working on this Friday and today, so that's why I was unable to get it in the packets. Fortunately, working, make sure we're competitive on the price of the tractor. If you recall, the last time I was here, we talked about that Sourcewell contract and buying it through Survey Equipment, so I reached out to Proven Power and Mid-State Equipment, which are both local John Deere dealers, and received some pricing from them that was slightly more competitive than putting it into that one contract, and I did confirm that if we could do a letter of intent. Now, obviously, this is kind of just a little talk now, and then in capital, you guys have to decide if you want to do this, but at least you kind of get the backstory. If we do a letter of intent, that's locking the price in, because there's an increase on the Tiger mower part on October 1st, which is in, Saturday. And then the tractor, larger increase November 1st. So we get this letter of intent in the Mid-State and Survey for the mowers. No money needs to be exchanged. We don't pay for anything till we receive it, and we are locked in at the price that I would present to you, which the packet little thing she has for you guys here, just because everything is fluid and frustrating. It's up $1,071.07. We can talk about that when we get into capital, but it's $138,996.07. Would be lock, stock, and barrel. Tractor would be purchased from Mid-State. We would get it over to the other place, which is in Jackson, over to Teresa, where they would outfit it with the mowers and then da, 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 da. So I don't think there's much to necessarily, I guess, approve at the moment, because I think we'll discuss later, but at least.
Letter of intent. For the road.
Okay.
So it was mentioned, I think, last time that we could put the letter of intent in for whatever reason, if we had to cancel it, there's no obligation. Don't you say, just curious?
Do I have to answer it?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
Who
you're
is
right.
here? That's
I
all.
did confirm it. No,
I know, I know.
yeah, I did confirm that again today, just because I knew that would be a question to be asked. It is okay on both ends that
Okay.
worst case scenario, 3 months down the road, there's an issue, we are able to withdraw with no penalty, because they know they'll be able to sell it.
Exactly.
So this is for Mid-State?
Mid-State Tractor Survey SERWE for the mowers and installation of the mowers on there.
Can
And
you
that's
repeat the
Tiger.
second one?
SERWE. I could email some information of it, yeah. They're out of Tressa, and they're a Tiger mower dealer, and that's what we have on our other tractor, and we very strong durable mowers, so we would go with them, but the tractor could be priced out in multiple places, which I did. And the mid-state price was,
And how old is the old one then? I'm just.
06.
Yeah. 16.
What's mid-state's price?
Well, just the tractor though was 75,312.07 plus a tire swap. Which you probably are like, what do you mean tire swap? So your traditional tractor tire with the V groove, you know, the big nut, you know, whatever. We would end up switching those. We do it on all our equipment where it's a more street tire, because you're on the street and you're off and you don't need that turf tire. So add that to it was $4,495. I didn't do that math. I have the full total here. So if you want to do the math, then you'd have it at just under 70 or just under $80,000, looks like. And November 1st, there's a potential increase of 11,000 with the 14% John Deere increases that are coming.
I said 80,000, you said 75, I'm just.
Plus the
curious.
4,495 to do this tire. It's an add-on. I should have just added lump, but this was at 4 o'clock and I'm making these notes. So to do this tire swap that we would do, which is good, because I'll be honest, that was not in the $137,000. So that's 5,000. If you do it through the dealer and the factory, it'll save you about $3,000 for me getting the tractor and then getting a hold of Palms and saying, here, we got some brand new tires we'll give you. We want to buy these through the dealer, because then it would come set. We can save some money. So
Just send that to us if you could.
yeah, I can lay this all out a little nicer than a scratch.
Appreciate that.
So the remaining 58,000 is for mower and setup. So you don't need a dollar amount approval, you just need a letter of intent approval.
So I'll just break it down. You'd said 58, I'm at $56,689 on Tiger.
Repeat that.
Do you want to start from the top? I guess you want, or are you comfortable with the tractor? So you got 56,689 even is Tiger parts and labor to install it. I have $1,500 in there for an internal use for two-way radio when we get it. We do that in-house, the decals for Lisbon and LED strobe lighting, which we put on all the tractors. And then that ran total into 138,996. So I can, tomorrow I can lay that out in a little nicer format, just see it from the print off and have better.
Exactly.
And I think in essence, then we have 2 letters of intent because we'll be buying the mower from one, they'll total the top number of 138,000, but you know, one's gonna be for the tractor and one will be for the mower. We'll end up having
And where's the current mower going?
no funds. I mean, we'll have to keep it for next year because this is 8 to 12 months out. So we'd mow with it for 1 more year and then more than likely it's time to put it up.
Any other questions? I'll make a motion to approve a letter of intent totaling $138,996.07 for the roadside mower purchase.
Second it.
Supervisor Moon and Supervisor Potecker. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item 13 drops.
So we need a second motion? You said we need 2 letters in there. Okay, thank you.
Item 13 drops and subsequently 14, 15 looking for adjournment motion. I'll make the motion. Second,
Second.
Moonen and Potecker. Anyone have a discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 4-0 carries. 7:07 PM. That'll end our town board meeting.